Hi there. I have come back with, I know we've been putting in French knots as we've been going along. Well, I have. You may or may not have. But I thought I'm just going to come and show you what I'll do. I'll just fill in now. So I've got 6 strands of a PEARLE, a variegated PEARLE, and I've literally just mixed it up. Okay, I'm just going to see if you can see properly. Yeah. Sometimes I have a little doubt that creeps in. So I'm literally going to just wrap once with the 6 strands on. Oh, there's a needle there. A different needle. Let me just snip that off. Oh, must have missed it. That's the only problem with having this. I know I'm moaning about this frame the whole time. So just give it a little wiggle, because I've got quite a lot on and I'm going through. I'm just going to fill in areas. Oh, pop you back down. Once, with 6 strands, you should only be doing one wrap. Otherwise, you'll find it'll be too much, too big, too chunky. You do 2. Oh no, do 2. Let's have a look. Hold on. 1, 2. Keep hold. It's not too bad, but it's not brilliant. It's just seem to have picked up a thread from somewhere. Don't know. Just get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Where's my? So I'm just going to. I might probably could have done with a bigger needle with a bigger eye, because I'm coming through with a really thick thread. That's my hair, and I don't want that in there. Grey silver threads. As my daughter always says, you're festival ready, mum. Right, okay. So I feel like the 6 strands is a little bit too much for me, so I'm going to come off and take out 3. Oops. Where are we? There. Take 3 off. I've still got my 3 in my needle. Tie a knot. I don't know any fancy schmancy knots. Just a literal quilter's knot or anything like that will do. I'm not fussed as long as it don't come through. So twist around once. I think I've said before, but if you do it more than a couple of times, you'll be. I've got another thread come up. You'll be doing a different stitch altogether. So just use your thicknesses of your thread to make your knots bigger. Rather than the wraps. The table clamps are the best for doing a French knot. For having a French knot frenzy. Because you can use both hands at the same time and you don't have to keep putting it down. So yeah, they are ideal for that. Come up here. I'll pretty much keep going until I've run out of thread. That's my usual sort of thing with a French knot, because I love them. My favourite thing to do. Somebody's banging away. Sometimes if I can't think of anything better to do, I'll get a piece of fabric and cover it in French knots for a later project. I feel like I'm going to run out of thread. Yeah, I'm just going to do a couple of straight stitches in there. I know I say this all the time. Don't be afraid to just do your thing. Whatever takes your fancy. You know, because I'm big on using up the very, very last of my thread. What's going on here? There we are. Oops. Okay, I'm going to put in some lighter colour down here just to give a bit of contrast. I've had a few comments on what needles I use. I like to use a chenille needle because the eyes are bigger and I can see to thread them, and now I'm not going to be able to thread it, of course. Needle to thread. There we go. Just thread. Ooh. Yeah. It's entirely your choice. You do. You know, you might want to use an embroidery needle. That's fine. But I need a bigger eye these days. And I find that most threads will go through a chenille. And I mean, I go, my favourite ones are a 26 and a 24. I think this one's a 24. But I will go 22, which is a bigger eye. looking what I've got just there. They're 26s. And I like a John James needles, and I just keep on using them till they go blunt or bent, or another favourite is until I snap the eye at this end, and I don't know, and I'm pulling it through, I'm thinking, why is my needle not threaded? And then I realise I've snapped the eye of the needle with a thread, pulling too tight. Oh, a bit like that. So I'm just going to come in over here, and I'll just literally fill in. I've wrapped that 3 times, I know. I'm just going to try and come in and do a group of French knots anywhere and everywhere. And all these other little stitches, like your drizzle stitch and your bullions, once I've taken this off the table clamps, which is my next move. Ooh, what's happened here? I'll do quite a few more, because it'll make life easier, be able to get in over the top of it and see what I'm doing. Another day, another dollar. That's Harvey doing the brakes on his camper. Banging away. But this is where slow stitch or meditative stitch or doodle stitching comes into its own, because you can just start to add willy-nilly anywhere until you run out of thread, basically. But I like to come across to tie in a little bit like a fade out, or what do they call it, ombre. Up into that little. If you make your knot a bit looser, a bit loopier, so not tight, don't pull it too tight. See if I can do it now. I'm not going to be able to do it now. It's usually when I'm coming to the starting off, it usually goes a bit wappy and wafty. Yeah, look, like that. It looks cute. Gives it a little bit more. I'm just going to finish off with a few straight stitches, because I'm once again run out of thread. I'm down to the last bare bones. If you use a really fine thread, I'm looking to see if I've got a needle threaded up with something. I haven't, and I'm not. What have I got? What have I got? Might have a bit of. Don't think that's going to work. I ain't got enough on there. I'm not going to even start with that. I might have a bit extra. That one's got a knot in it. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to sort out. So the finer your thread, obviously, the tinier your knots will be. And the fatter the thread, the thicker the thread, thicker the thread, the chunkier your knots are going to be. So just to have a play around, here's a nice piece. Let's thread that up because I like that colour. Silk. You can tell straight away as soon as you pick a silk up. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love. I'm going to put in a couple of PEARLE and do a really fine 1, 2, a few dots. Have I come down the same hole now? Three. But maximum, I would say maximum of 3 stitches, 3 wraps on a French knot. I know, I'm bang on about it. Pretty that is. But you can make them as loose and loopy as you like. I get really involved. Really involved. So don't hold you, if you don't pull your thread too tight, make a nice loopy stitch. I'm doing 3 because I want to make a loose stitch. There we go. Like a little loose. Which I'm sure is criminal in some realms of embroidery, but not in the Rachel world. This will probably end up one of the longest videos I've done on the French knot because I just love them. Can you see how you can sort of just keep on going? Keep on filling in. Go a bit loopy on the top of that one, if I can. Because I want loopy, I'm not doing loopy. There we go. I mean, you could just probably just put a loop in, but not be the fun in that. There we go, look at that. Ooh, lovely. So I will just keep on going with my French knot love. And then I will take off my table. I'll have a tidy up of the bench workspace because oh gosh, it's a good job you can't see it. It's covered in threads and bits and bobs, and we'll come back and we'll start to build up with other things. I am just going to do one more this thread because I'm running out. If you have a thread nest or an alt and you've got longish pieces of thread in, I tend not to have, because obviously you've seen me, I keep on going to the bitter end. Oh, I've pulled that through. Oh, down the same hole. Yeah, you can just keep on pulling out a piece of thread, different colours, and end up with a piece of fabric and just all kinds of different colours that you've used and thicknesses and whatever. So that's one really great reason to save your threads. So have a lovely rest of the day and happy stitching, and I will see you again soon. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up or subscribe, or both, please.